Alrighty then, people. Welcome back to another episode of Getting to Know the MsShwantzes. That's right, I have a special guest here with me today for our Q&A session. It is MsShwantz. Say hello, MsShwantz.
Hello.
So if you guys have a question for either me or for the both of us, be sure to leave it down in the comments section. We are answering your questions, including the first one right off the bat from James Arky. Why Ms. when they're married? Why do you like going by MsShwantz instead of Mrs.?
Well, first of all, it is THEY''RE. This would be the correct version of that. They are married.
Whatever. There, and there. A lot of people get wrong, okay?
I know, but I'm just finding it funny someone's questioning why you want Ms. when they can't even spell. I don't like Mrs. It's too old.
It's old-fashioned?
Yes, it's too old.
So you don't want to feel like you're old yet?
Yeah.
Maybe, when we get to, AARP status, that might change, maybe?
Yeah.
All right, next question is from Hollow's Kiddo. I have a question for Mrs. Schwantz. That's Ms. Schwantz to you, okay?
It's fine.
Does she have any tips on how to cope with living with a rager, since I will be living with one soon enough?
Find a place where you can be far away.
So, my man cave is on floor number 1. Ms. Schwantz's craft cave is up on floor number 3.
And that's the whole reason we bought this house. You know it is.
Yes. Well, what if they don't have the luxury of being so far away? Are there things there compromises you could have, perhaps? Besides
I don't know.
Earplugs?
Did we have compromises? I used to get, I guess I had other issues in our apartment, but I used to, you being so mad would make me mad, and it just wasn't a good situation. So maybe leave the house, go do something else.
Well, you could do that. You could also, sit down and talk and say, listen, I will let you play games for a little bit if
I don't like that. Let you play games. It shouldn't
Well, if it's invading on your livelihood, be like, listen, this is...
It should it should say, this is how it's affecting me. It would be really nice if you limited your time to doing that to X and X.
Or play a game that doesn't make you as mad. I remember when Ms. Schwantz hid Call of Duty Ghosts on me for 6 months or 7 months.
Or just hide all the games.
Yes, hide all of the games. Dizzy Solo, what are your thoughts on putting a woman on the $10 bill, and do you think that the $10 was the right bill? Well, obviously this question is pretty old, because it just was announced last week that Harriet Tubman will be on the $20 bill, and it's funny because we had originally recorded some of these questions, but I, like an idiot, when I was building my new PC and transferring over files, I accidentally deleted all of our original answers, and believe it or not, I had even said before this announcement came out that I wanted somebody on the $20 bill because I thought Andrew Jackson was more appropriate to get booted off of the bill because of his legacy.
He was Scots-Irish. Don't like him.
Just because he's Scots-Irish.
Well, on the Indian thing, or the Native American thing. I guess I'm allowed to say Indian because I'm part Native American, so...
Yeah, well, the Andrew Jackson also was opposed to paper money and the Federal Reserve and all those things that Alexander Hamilton actually set up. And now with the new the Broadway play Hamilton, there's a lot of steam behind Alexander Hamilton, which is why it was ultimately changed to the $20 bill in Andrew Jackson, and also because the $20 bill is much more impactful. It's the bill that you get out of ATMs. You don't get $10 bills out of ATMs. More people deal with 20s than they do with 10s, so I think it's a more powerful statement to put a woman on the 20 than on the 10, not just because it's worth more money.
Yeah, I guess you should look at the people, but they are still changing. I mean, Andrew Jackson's going on the back of the $20 bill, and other awesome women are going on the back of the $10 bill. Like Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Sadie Canton, I think is her name, or Katie Stanton, and then a couple of the other women who fought for our right to vote. Brave women.
That's right, women's suffrage.
Yep.
Which sounds like a bad thing, but it's really a good thing.
Yeah. Like Mary Poppins.
The only thing I have an issue with is that it seems that everybody has to have a cause that they're fighting for nowadays, and that everybody has to be placated. This is one of those things it should have been a long time coming, but I don't like how everybody needs to have a cause to fight for, and everybody needs to be
I don't think that there was like a super big fight for it. You know, like you have to replace the bills anyway due to counterfeiting. Right. So why not just take advantage? And I think, well, I guess a lot more has been made about the fact that women make less money than men. And so that has really put women's issues, among other things, into like the broader sphere. And yeah, we should fucking have women on our money. Women like built this country. They're more than half the population of this country.
That's right. Without women, there would not have been a George Washington, because George Washington wouldn't have come out of a penis, right?
Vagina.
That's right. So the other thing is, I think that in order to avoid a lot of this nonsense, we should put landmarks on bills. I know that they're on the back of bills, right? Like on the back of the 20 or the 10 is the White House. On the back of the $1 bill, there's the Illuminati confirmed symbol.
The White House isn't on the back of the bill. I thought it was like the Hall of Congress and the Lincoln Memorial.
Well, there's different things on the back of bills. Yeah. Like when we were in South Africa.
Yeah, we should just do this.
They had animals on their bills. We
just put safari animals on the back of our dollar bills. We don't have any of them here besides in zoos, but they should totally go on the back of our dollar bills.
Well, we do have creatures that are native to North America.
They're not as exciting.
All right, fair enough. Swagger Badger asks a two-parter. What did your parents think about your spouse?
When I told I guess I didn't tell my mom about you, but after she met you, I asked what she thought of you, or she saw her friends. I was like, oh, did you tell them about Brian? And she went, she's like, yeah, I did. I was like, oh, what'd you say? She's like, that you're going to marry him. So my parents pretty much like loved Brian right away. Yeah. And then you met my dad when we went to Brian Leach night.
Yeah, I was a little afraid.
You were really afraid. Yeah, Dad was afraid too, because you know what I said to him? Don't fucking embarrass me. Don't embarrass me.
Well, here's the thing. I am a Rangers fan, but I wasn't that like hardcore into it at the time, so I didn't know if I would have messed up with like Rangers trivia, not even Rangers trivia.
My
but
dad
just,
was
like,
gonna like be like,
the shit.
So like, what happened here? Like tell me this exact.
Well, I mean, if you're at a Rangers event, right, it's something to break the ice and talk about mutually, right, instead of having like weird awkward silence. I mean, we're not going to talk about solving world issues the first time we meet one another, right? So, like, I didn't want to seem out of place then and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as far as my parents, my mom really, really, really loves MsShwantz. She really thinks the world of her, mostly because she doesn't have to deal with me anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm a hell of a lot better than the last one. So.
That is true. My parents did hear me complain about, my other relationship issues, and, I haven't really had relationship issues, since I started dating MsShwantz, so that's always been a good thing, and there's always positive things that get said, so and I think that's pretty important. I mean, not that it's everything, right? If your parents don't like your significant other, it's not the end of the world, but it does make things a little difficult to do, because absolutely. you could choose your friends, you can't really choose your family, so you're kind of stuck with it.
Oh yes.
And the second part of his question, if you could meet one person from history, who would it be?
Oh, that's really hard. I know we answered this question, I think, the last time, right?
Do you want me to tell you who
Do you remember who I said?
Christopher Hitchens.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Be awesome to meet Hitch. Yeah, he would like slay me because I could be stupid, but it would be awesome.
Yeah, just to sit down and talk with him. I would want to meet Andrew Jackson and party like a rock star, man. He used to throw parties in the White House and shit.
Yeah, but he was an asshole.
I'm an asshole too, so assholes gotta stick together.
You are not that big of an asshole.
I would like to meet him and tell him, you know what, someday you're going to be replaced on the back of a $20 bill if you don't keep your fucking act together here. Okay? 8 thoughts. I have a question for next episode. Has MsShwantz ever asked, or perhaps already has, pegged Mr. Schwantz?
Is that a sexual question?
That is.
Is that like Deadpool with the strap on?
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Zach and Miri make a porno?
Nope.
Yeah, that.
Nope. No desire.
Listen, things do not go in the out hole over here at MsShwantz, okay? That doesn't happen. I don't like people touching my nips or my butt, anywhere near my butt. So this would definitely never happen. Like, the worst day of my entire life will definitely be my first proctology exam. For sure. For certain.
That's coming up real soon, buddy.
Shut up.
We're getting older.
So you have no desire?
No.
You don't want to feel the dominance?
No.
You
Listen,
don't want to be...
I can feel dominance in other ways. Trust me.
That's going to do it for another episode of Getting to Know the Schwantzes. If your question didn't get answered, it might be in line for another video. We basically recorded a really long session, and I'm going to cut it up into smaller pieces. However, if there is a question that you want answered for next time or for a future episode, be sure to leave it down in the comments section, and hope you guys enjoyed. We'll catch you on the next time.
Bye.